Our public education could be better, and we need to do our best to make that happen.
These students need people who are out there that love them and care for them and want to see them succeed. I'm able to go in there and to at least give them some sort of stable environment, at least for 8 hours a day.
And the university is definitely helping our school make that happen.
My opinion is that if we have a solid education system, the rest of the problems will work their way out.
What we find is that the higher the income level, the more prepared they are to begin. So you come into an environment where students don't have access to those resources to begin with, you've already started with an uneven playing field.
We owe every child in the state an opportunity to have the best teachers, to have the best facilities, to have an opportunity so that they can have hope.
These are the people who are going to probably live in South Carolina, who are going to have jobs in South Carolina.
We provided access for the students from these communities to go off and get their college degree and then possibly come back to this community. The Diverse Pathways Project is a federally funded initiative to the U.S. Department of Education's Teacher Quality Division. Essentially, what we've done is, beginning in 2004, we recognized the need to address a couple of large issues in the state. We've created a 4-year teacher education path that starts with 2 years at the technical college and 2 years at the University of South Carolina. We've partnered with several institutions in the state and 12 partner schools. And that's what's most relevant to this particular setting here at Ginyard. Ginyard is one of our, what we call clinical field experience sites.
One thing that I have really appreciated is the fact that the University of South Carolina has said to me, "What is it, Dr. Mayo, that you need?"
When Diverse Pathways came in, they gave us an opportunity to extend science.
The reason science was selected was not because the university came in and said, "We think you need science." The faculty here makes that decision. They decided science needed to be the area that needed to be focused on. They asked us for someone to help with weather and meteorology. We brought in a meteorologist. We built a weather station. They asked for someone to help with lab science. We found a university faculty member who had been a star science teacher in her classroom. We wanted to get real science equipment.
I like the science lab because it helps me.
If we just sit there and listen to the teacher, we might not understand as much as seeing it and doing it ourselves.
We try to instill in them that, they are scientists and they are doing real experiments.
I learned about tornadoes and hurricanes.
Stratus clouds and cumulus clouds.
When I first got to Ginyard, we didn't have anything such as a science fair.
Last year was the very first science fair that we had here at Ginyard Elementary, and it was a pretty big turnout.
It was really nice to see that everyone had their projects in the hallway, and the kids were excited, the parents were excited.
They've helped us as far as personnel. In a very rural area, it is very difficult to get quality teachers.
They have helped me as a new teacher, as an induction year teacher, by giving me resources. I've taken 2 classes.
It has helped us as a school to grow professionally. Because of this partnership, we have opened up the world to them.
I want to go to college because, well, if I get my master's degree and my other degrees, then I can be whatever I want to be when I grow up.
I cannot say enough about where we are academically in the last few years. Last year, only 18% of all the schools in South Carolina made adequate yearly progress, and Ginyard was one of those schools. That is almost unheard of in a school that is 98% free and reduced lunch.
They're now being recognized around the state to being an innovator rather than a school that's behind the times.
I think that the university has had a direct impact on my girls.
They want to come to the lab every day.
Seeing her come home every day excited about it, she'll say, "I did this today and I did that today," and before it wasn't like that.
Now they can see something, they can dream something and know it can become a reality.
they see that there is an opportunity for them to be anything that they would like to be.
I want to be a scientist. I want to be a weatherman.
I want to be a teacher.
The goal is that these kids succeed. And I don't mean just succeed financially, I'm talking overall. Emotionally, physically, every way possible.
That's going to build the strength of our state if we have a working force of literate, competent, energetic workers.
I think now is the time for not only the state but other universities and our government as a whole to come together and support the public schools.
You really can make a difference here.
I want Ginyard to be a model. I want people to believe that if it can happen here, it can happen anywhere.
None of this would have been possible without the University of South Carolina.